Donald Trump is losing it as former President Barack Obama is ready to end Donald Trump's term. He's ready to help Democrats get enough seats in the House of Representatives to impeach Donald Trump. And this is haunting and taunting Donald Trump and making Trump absolutely terrified.
Donald Trump is clearly stressed about what's happening right now. Today is massive across America, but Virginia is where the real action is taking place. A critical vote on changing the state's congressional maps is occurring right this moment. This constitutional amendment would immediately redraw Virginia's congressional districts to benefit Democrats and create serious challenges for Republican candidates currently in office. Right now, Virginia has 11 congressional seats split between 6 Democrats and 5 Republicans. Trump is deeply worried because former President Obama has jumped into the driver's seat of the Vote Yes campaign, pushing hard for this temporary redistricting change. The whole thing is happening because Republicans have been reshaping congressional maps in other states across the country, and Democrats are fighting back with this move in Virginia.
Hey, Virginia. Early voting is underway, and Virginians are turning out in record numbers to vote yes. By voting yes, you have a chance to do something important. Not just for the Commonwealth, but for our entire country. By voting yes, you can push back against the Republicans trying to give themselves an unfair advantage in the midterms. By voting yes, you can take a temporary step to level the playing field.
Donald Trump jumps on the John Frederick Show, a prominent conservative radio program, and sounds the alarm. He's warning everyone that if the yes vote wins in Virginia, Democrats will move to impeach him, and he's pointing directly at Obama as the mastermind behind it all. Trump is making it crystal clear that he sees this redistricting vote as a direct threat to his political survival. You can hear the genuine anxiety in his voice as he discusses how terrible this situation has become. Former President Obama is actively leading the Vote Yes campaign, and the voting is happening right now, today, in Virginia. Trump is clearly losing sleep over this.
I'll tell you, we have Mike Johnson's done a great job there, but we're always fighting against the one thing the Democrats do, they stick together, even on really horrible policy. I always say they have horrible policy, but they stick together. They impeached me, and they had no right to impeach me.
Right.
And they did it like nobody even knew it was going to happen.
Donald Trump calls into the John Frederick Show and expresses outrage about what Virginia is doing with redistricting, declaring it completely unfair. But here's the thing. What does Trump actually mean by unfair? Republicans threw the first stone with aggressive redistricting tactics in Texas, and that was their entire strategy from the beginning. Now that Democrats are finally hitting back after years of getting pushed around, suddenly Trump is crying foul. The reality is that Governor Spanberger in Virginia was set up to actually benefit from the redistricting happening in the state, and Democrats are simply matching the energy that Republicans started. Trump's complaints about fairness ring hollow when his own party invented this game.
It's terrible. It is true, John. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. It's so unfair. They even say it's unfair. They say, oh, they'll do it once and maybe they'll go back to what it was. The whole thing is ridiculous. And she's been a horrible governor. Look at all the problems that we've got with her. The whole country is talking about it, actually. And I guess she goes down as the worst governor for the first short period of time ever. But she's totally different. She said she was going to be a moderate. She wasn't going to raise taxes. And literally in her first day, she wiped out all of the good that was done by your excellent governor. Glenn did a great job. He was a great governor.
And then he continues to express concern about how the redistricting referendum passing in Virginia could change things.
What's going to happen if we lose these elections, the House, and in this case the House, and it's going to be a disaster. If they do this, they're guaranteed to pick up a lot of seats. And everybody knows it's unjust, including...
Now, former President Obama is jumping into the action with campaign ads of his own, and this is clearly his personal mission. He's cutting ads and pushing hard with a powerful message. Obama says, Virginia, if you haven't already made your move, create a plan right now to vote yes on the redistricting referendum. You can cast your vote early by April 18th, and Election Day is happening right now on April 21st. Go find your polling place at iwillvote.com, Virginia. Meanwhile, leading up to today's vote, Obama showed up in New York with Mayor Adams, spending time with kids and proving exactly what real leadership looks like. The moment captures something important, and I'm going to show you a video clip that didn't get airtime over the past weekend.
Hi guys, how's it going everybody? Good, is it going good?
Yes.
My name's Barack.
Hi,
How you doing? And what's your names, guys?
My name is Sasha.
Sasha, I have a Sasha.
My name is Tanya.
Donald Trump is absolutely furious about this. He's flooding social media with post after post attacking Obama because, from his perspective, Obama is personally trying to sabotage his presidency. Trump posts on social media saying, "The deal that we are making with Iran will be far better than the JCPOA, commonly referred to as the Iran nuclear deal, penned by Barack Hussein Obama and Sleepy Joe Biden, one of the worst deals ever made having to do with the security of our country." They gave $1.7 billion in cash loaded into Boeing 757s. But here's the problem. That's not accurate. First, the numbers don't add up. Second, Obama actually created a deal that had buy-in from multiple countries and had real enforcement mechanisms in place. Trump doesn't even have the ability to consistently negotiate ceasefire extensions with Iran, let alone craft lasting agreements. Then Trump posts something even more explosive. He claims, "The highest-ranking U.S. intelligence official just released what he is calling smoking gun documents, proving that Obama and his associates committed treason and sedition, meaning Trump was right about everything, the news is fake, and the deep state is real." This is what the President of the United States is posting. It's wild. Meanwhile, former President Obama isn't getting distracted by any of this. He's staying focused and continuing to be effective. While Trump is on his social media rampage, Obama keeps producing ads and sending a clear message. Obama says, "Virginia, free and fair elections are under threat from the Republican Party. Vote yes." And that's the message he's pushing out.
Free and fair elections are the cornerstone of our democracy, but right now they are under threat. Over the past year, several Republican-controlled states have taken the unprecedented step of redrawing their congressional maps in the middle of the decade. And they've done it for a simple reason: to give themselves an unfair advantage in the midterms this fall. In April, Virginians can respond by making sure your voting power is not diminished by what Republicans are doing in other states. This amendment gives you the power to level the playing field in the midterms this fall, and voters will have the final say over what the maps look like. This is the responsible thing to do. It's also a temporary measure. After the 2030 census, Virginia will go back to a system that lets a bipartisan redistricting commission redraw the maps. We can't afford 2 more years of unchecked power and zero accountability in Washington. Help us chart a better path forward, Virginia. Early voting begins on March 6th. Election Day is April 21st. Vote yes, Virginia. To get involved, go to virginiansforfairelections.com.
Then Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna makes a bold move by heading straight into Donald Trump's territory. He shows up on Fox News, Trump's favorite network, and specifically on Maria Bartiromo's show, a program that's known for being very friendly and supportive of Trump. This is a gutsy decision. Ro Khanna is there to make his argument directly to Maria Bartiromo, while Trump is getting hit with attacks from Obama. Watch what happens as Maria Bartiromo tries to shift the conversation and take shots at Obama instead of letting Khanna's message stand.
Barack Obama was a great statesman who left America much safer. I wouldn't put Donald Trump in the same paragraph. The reality is when President Obama left, because of the great efforts of people like Valerie Jarrett, we had 97% of the enriched uranium out. The reality is we didn't have 13 American service members dead. The reality is we never had gas go up from $2.30 to $4. The reality is we did not give China more role in the region. Let me finish, Maria. I'll let you finish.
Okay,
we didn't give China more role in the region. We did not give the IRGC a more hardline regime in there. You know why? Because Obama actually did his homework. He actually tried to engage in statesmanship. He got China, Russia, the entire European allies on board with getting Iran on a path to not having a nuclear weapon.
Now, going back to Donald Trump's interview with John Fredericks, then Donald Trump just started discussing Iran.
Because other things, I've already fixed inflation largely. I mean, as soon as we get them to no nuclear weapons in Iran, which is going to happen, I think, very quickly, actually. We've just decimated them. But as soon as we get that, you're going to see prices drop. You're going to see energy come down like you've never seen it before. All these things are going to happen. But I got rid of, you go right before, and even now, you go right before the fact that I had to make that little journey. After having the best economy in history, I said,
Let me show you exactly what's been keeping Donald Trump worried sick all through the night and continuing into this morning. This is the messaging that has him stressed out. Check out this brand new ad that was created to push the yes vote.
Trump and his MAGA allies have shut down the government, shut down abortion clinics, shut down healthcare for millions. Now they're redrawing congressional maps across the country to rig elections, steal more power, and shut us out. Virginia, we have a choice. We can sit down, shut up, and let them get away with it. Or we can stand up and fight back by voting yes in the special election. Yes levels the playing field and stops the Trump power grab. Vote yes.
The ad hits hard with a clear message. By voting yes in the special election, yes levels the playing field and stops the Trump power grab. Vote yes. That's the direct message being pushed out. Now Governor Spanberger, Virginia's governor, jumps into the conversation and explains exactly what's at stake. She breaks down how Virginia's redistricting referendum gives ordinary voters the power to fight back against a president who openly claims he deserves more Republican seats in Congress before Americans even get to vote in the midterms. Trump is literally trying to control the outcome before Election Day. She's pointing out his efforts in other states to grab additional seats for Republicans. Spanberger says, "Join me in voting yes on April 21st. And here's what she has to say.
Governor Abigail Spanberger, and I'm voting yes on Virginia's redistricting amendment. It's directly in response to what other states decide to do, and a president who says that he's, quote, entitled to more Republican seats before this year's midterms. Our approach is different. It's temporary. It preserves Virginia's fair redistricting process into the future. At this extraordinary moment, I urge all Virginians to join me in voting yes by April 21st.